Hello everyone, welcome back to the course Autodesk Fusion 360 for beginners. And in this lesson, we're going to continue our liquid bottle that we have made in the previous lesson. In this case, in this lesson 23, we'll design our cover and also apply the joints. So to start, first we can convert this body that is remaining here, which is now separate. We can first convert it to component by selecting create components from bodies, and then we can unite them. In this case, we can use combine and then select these parts, and also this part as well to be just as one component, because they are just one component, and then we can click OK. Now we can create our cover. So we can select these parts, this upper one in this case, select it, and then create a sketch. We want to create a sketch here. So we can use offset and then select this line, the outer in this case, and set it as 0.2 in this case. And then we can click OK, and then this will be our clearance in this case. And now you can select offset to create another one in this case, and select this line and offset as 1, and then we can click OK. Now we can finish sketch. Now you can select extrude, and first you can hide this component and select all of these lines in this case to create an extrude in this case, and extrude it upwards as just 1. We can set it manually, and then make sure that the operation is set to new component, and then click OK. Now we can unhide our sketch, and then we can select this line in this case, and then we can select extrude and make sure that we select this line and leave this line as our clearance in this case, and then we can extrude it as minus 17.5, and make sure that the operation is set to join, and then click OK. So that's how it is done in this case. Now we can hide our sketches, and then we can create another sketch in this top face in this case. Now we can use center diameter cycle and align it in the middle point of this cover in this case, and then set it as 20, and then click OK. Now we can use sketch dimension and select in center point and also in the center point of this cycle, and set it as 15, and then click OK. Now we can select center diameter cycle again and set here as 4, and then we can click OK. And now we can create a smallest one again as 3 in this case, and then we can click OK. And now you can select offset and then select this line, and then go inner in this case is -1, and then click OK. And now we can finish sketch. Now first we can select this part and then extrude, and also select this part and also this part as well, and then cut it. In this case, to remove it, we can remove it and then click OK. Now we can use this sketch that we've created in this case, And now select this part and select extrude and move it upwards as just 5 in this case, and then make sure that the operation is set to join, and then click OK. And now select this part and extrude, and also select these two inner parts, and then change start point to object, and then select this part as the object and move it downwards a little bit as -1, and then make sure that the operation is set to join again, and then click OK. Now you can select these parts, but to select it, you can hide this component a little bit and select this part in this case, and then extrude. Now bring it back and then change start point to object and select this part and then extrude it a little bit as 1, and then we can click OK. Now you can remove this part, so we can select it and then extrude and remove it in this case, and then we can click OK. So now we can hide this sketch in this case and create another sketch here in this case, and then we can use offset plane. We can select it and then create a small clearance as 0.1, and then we can click OK and use center diameter cycle, select it as 4.5, and then we can click OK. Now we can finish sketch. Now we can select this part, select extrude, and also select this part in this case, also this part, and also this part as well, and hide this component a little bit and move it at 0.2. Make sure that the operation is set to new component, and then click OK. Now we can unhide our sketch, and now select this part and then select extrude, and move it downwards in this case as -0.9, and then make sure that the operation is set to join, and then click OK. Now we can hide our sketches and then see all the components in this case. This is basically what we'll use in this case, our cover in this case. That's its cover in this case. So we can start giving the name of the components. This one will be the main cover in this case. We can enter it in this case. Another one is our small cover in this case. We can give it as cover in this case, and then click OK. This part will be our bottle in this case, and then we can click OK. So those are basically our components in this case. Now we can apply threads. So you can go to create and scroll down until we find thread in this case, and then click it. And now we can first hide our main cover and select this part to create our cover in this case, and size, make sure that it is 52 and designation is set to M52 times 2 and the class 6G in this case, and direction right hand in this case, and then we can click OK and bring back the main cover. Now use another thread Now hide our bottle a little bit and create another thread here in this case, and make sure that the designation is set to M52 times 2, and the size is also 52, and the thread type to isometric profile in this case, and the direction to right hand, and then click OK. So that's it basically for the thread. And enjoy to create another fillet here. In this case it's just one, and then we can click OK. And now we can bring back our bottle and create another small thread here. In this case, in the S cover, first we can use threads again. Okay, select this part as a new thread in this case, and make sure that the size is 4 and the designation is M4 times 0.7, and then we can click OK. And also in the S cover in this case, press hide our cover in this case, and then create another thread here. So we can go to create and thread and select this part in this case, and the designation must be equal again, and the size also be equal, and then we can click OK. Now we can bring back our main cover. So that's how we create in this case, and we can create another fillet here, smallest one in this case. It's just 0.5, and then we can click OK. So as this lesson is getting too lengthy, we'll continue in lesson 24, applying the joints and also giving the physical material and also appearance. So thank you all for being here until now, and I hope to see you all in our next lesson. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any upcoming lesson. Thank you all, and stay tuned so that you don't miss us applying the cylindrical joint. And peace.